I know it's been a minute since I last uploaded. I was on a roll with my 75-day challenge. Last time I spoke to you guys, I had a funded account, and ever since then, like a lot of things changed. Not only did I lose the funded account 2 days after I recorded the last video, but I lost myself. Today's video is not only going to be an update of where I've been these last weeks, because I think it's been over 2 weeks, but it's also about the mental health of a trader and in general, right? Just the mental health of a man trying to change his life, right? It's very fucking hard, especially when you've tasted success so many times. Like for me, I've seen success multiple times in trading. I've seen results. I know that it fucking works. I know that it will eventually change my life. But the thing about trading is like I want to say it's the hardest way to make easy money because technicals and all that shit, that's easy. Once you learn the charts, once you learn the markets, you never forget that shit, right? You only get better. But battling yourself, battling your current situation, the internal fight that you have each and every single day, like that's the hardest fucking part about trading. And I want to bring more awareness into this because I don't see many people like me documenting the journey, um, the real, raw, authentic journey. Like I'm here since day one telling you guys that I'm going to be as raw as I can, vulnerable as I can. And we're going to touch back on this as well. The whole purpose of me recording content was that I'm sharing my experience because everything that I go through, I know somebody else is going through it at this exact moment. Everything that I've been through when I had anxiety, when I was overweight, when I was depressed, when I couldn't dig myself out of that fucking mental space, like I know that I've been able to help other people and just show that it's possible to do. That was the reason why I really wanted to record because I saw these problems around me with my friends, family, and I I knew that I had to be the role model that we never had. Like me and my friends, we speak about these things. It's like, oh, we want to be this and that, but we all keep on falling back into the same cycles, right? With my family, like they all have the same problems every single fucking time. It's the same issues, the same things, and they keep falling back into the same cycle. There is no role model. For me, it's like I've always had a different perspective in life. Like I've always been a perfectionist. I've always been like the person that wants to fix everything. Like in my friend group, in my family, like I've always been the one that people look up to or reach out to, like in order to fix something. And touching back to this, is like I really lost my purpose because anxiety is real, bro. And it took the most out of me these last couple weeks. I didn't realize that I fell into a whole nother anxiety episode due to the fact that my ego was high as fuck. I was blinded by my emotions, and I don't know, we're like, so I'll tell you guys, I want to say 2 weeks ago. I want to say 2 weeks ago. So when I blew my funded account, I already knew that I already knew that was gonna happen because the way I got funded, I was not following my system. I was not doing 1 or 2 trades a day. I was not journaling properly. I was not even, how do I say this? Like, I was not content with what I was doing. I was taking multiple trades at work. For those of you guys who don't know, like I work overnight and I was trading London session, losing like 500, 300, then bouncing back on New York session, making like 1,500 and just back and forth, like it was never like steady. It was like I was down so much and I was up so much. Before I got funded, I was down bad on my eval. Like I literally lost all the profit. All I had left was like $300 in drawdown. I took a trade on ES around 8 a.m. my time, which is 11 a.m. New York time. And it was literally a Hail Mary, bro. Literally, it was just a fucking Hail Mary. And I set the trade, went to sleep because like I work overnight. So like I wake up like around 2 or 3 p.m. Set the trade there and just had alarms going on. The trade hit. It recovered my losses and it put me up like around $2,000. The next day, I end up getting funded at work, right? But something in me was telling me, like, bro, this is not you. But I couldn't see it because I was more focused on the outcome. See, anxiety might be different for many people. For me, it was the fear of missing out. When you have the fear of missing out, even though like I've been through so many trading, so I want to say trading cycles, trading conditions and everything, like for some reason, ever since I got this job, I went with the mentality of like, okay, fuck the job. Trading is number one, right? Trading is gonna get me out of here. Like I'm just gonna be here in the job. I'm just gonna work a couple of weeks, a month, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because trading is my thing, you know. And boy, I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. And the fear of missing out, of me not wanting to be at work, it started to bring up my anxiety back up, where I would question myself like, why the fuck am I taking 2 3 trades during London session when my level already got hit, and it doesn't make sense for me to take the trade, or I'm up in profit and I see that. So I trade NQ, I trade futures. I see that ES took the level first, but I'm still hoping that Nasdaq flies out, you know, that Nasdaq catches up. And those small things, like one of my videos that I recently posted, becoming an observer, pretty much one of the latest videos that I uploaded was hitting on the topic of becoming an observer, right? What does that mean? Like, observe what you are thinking about, what you are doing, and how do you actually feel? Like, is that really you? And throughout all of the throughout all of this fucking mayhem that I didn't even know what I was doing, bro. Like these last couple weeks, like I was always feeling very uneasy. I was watching everything that I was doing, but like I knew it was wrong. Something in me told me, like, bro, you're about to fuck it up, fuck it all up. Something's I felt it, you know, like I felt that I was gonna blow the account. I knew that I was gonna set myself back up, and indeed it fucking happened. But what I want you guys to get from that is you need failure to thrive and to learn and to become better, you know? Ego is not really that bad. Um I use it more as my edge, but when ego gets the best out of you, it's like I was telling myself, like, I know what's gonna fucking happen. And if I'm being honest, like, I know how to read price action. It's not that I know how to predict it, but like I have a strategy, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm looking for, right? But the ego of me thinking that way blinded me of like the time that I was taking these trades. My strategy only works at specific times. I don't have to trade market open or after 10 a.m. Like my strategy works around 11 a.m. London and 11 a.m. my time, which is like 2 a.m. London session and 7 a.m. New York session, right? My time. Like it's 10 a.m. New York. It's kind of confusing. I'm 3 hours behind, but whatever. And my ego was blinding me of like my system, my rules. So it's not bad to have an ego, but you got to control that shit, right? Don't get too much in your head. But being an observer of your thoughts, of your actions, and really dissecting every single bad thing you don't want from you. Like we all talk about, oh, you got to think about being a profitable trader. You don't have to think about, um, you don't have to think like an unprofitable trader and all these things, right? Same thing. Like I know what the profitable version of me, the version of me that is able to pass these accounts, that is able to fucking get payouts, that is able to do all these things, has to do. And I know what the fucking unprofitable version of me does and that I shouldn't be doing, you know? But I want to share with you guys my journey. And that's another thing, going back to what I said at first, is like I really just let my surroundings, and I know I've spoken about this multiple times before, but all those times that I was telling you guys these things, like I never came to the realization that anxiety had a grip on me. I never came to the realization that the same cycle that I keep repeating every single day after work, at my house, the fucking same thoughts that I'm going over and over and over were due to fucking anxiety. Like, I was over here thinking about, oh, I need to watch more videos. I need to do this. I need to do that. Like, I need to do more. But it wasn't really that. I need to become patient. I need to be calm in any single fucking situation in my life. I hate my job, bro. Like, I don't like working at Walmart. I fucking hate that shit, bro. I hate the mindset of the people around me. I hate how people are complacent. But that's because that's who I am not. Like, that's not who I am, you know? Like, I've trained myself to not fall into those comforts. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did feel better than everyone. I did get over my head. Like, I was walking around and winning trades and shit. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm better than this job. But if we go back like 3, 4 months ago when I was unemployed, like, this is a fucking blessing. The position that I was in back then, like, bro, it doesn't compare to where I am now. And I felt more than what God had given me, you know? It was a very humbling experience, and everything that happens to you happens for a fucking reason. Like, don't be so fucking attached to your emotions and to certain outcomes. Look at the good things, bro. If I would have let my emotions, if I would have let the fucking failure define me, like, bro, I would have quit trading. I would have given up on myself. Like, before, when I had anxiety, like, it wasn't as it's not like I have chronic anxiety every single day. No, it was just like a little episode of anxiety where it's like I was talking with my girl, and out of nowhere, like, I caught myself pacing, bro. I had lost the funded account. I bought a new eval. So I lost the funded account on a Tuesday. I bought a new eval on a Wednesday. And by Friday, I blew that shit. It was mainly because I don't want to say like the tariff news and shit, but I was in a trade. I think that Friday, I don't know if y'all remember, but the price action on that Friday, literally all time highs were like the perfect fucking trade. And then Trump comes out with the China situation, all that shit, and it fucking dumped. And I lost 1,500 right there, like half of the eval. Then I entered the second position, forcing longs, even though I didn't catch that the news. I didn't really catch what was going on, right? Long story short, blew that account. That happened. Then at work, I was just I pretty much got called out because I was not paying attention, bro. Like, I was just trading and back on my phone and not even doing what I was supposed to do. I messed up a couple times. Then my mom, she called me about something. She's gonna get like a surgery, but she good, right? But like, it was all these things at once. Sleep deprived, fucking overdosing on caffeine and shit, bro. Like, all of that shit hit me at once, and I was like, damn. Like, in the morning, my hands were just fucking shaking, and I was like, I felt uncomfortable. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then in the afternoon, it was my Friday. I was not going back to work, and me and my girl were talking in the kitchen and shit. And bro, literally, like, I was pacing back and forth, back and forth. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I literally stopped, and I was like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? And then she goes to tell me, like, yeah, you're acting like when you used to have anxiety and this and that. And like, she was like, it's been these last couple days, like, I've noticed you acting the same. And it was a lot of stress, bro. A lot of fucking stress. And mainly because in my mind, I'm over here thinking, like, you're not recording videos, you're not trading with your community, I'm not journaling properly, I'm not following my trading rules. I am still working out, but I'm not eating properly. That's another thing too, where like, I'm eating like shit. Like, I'm eating like shit. And after I'm done eating, like, I'm in my fucking mind telling myself, like, bro, why? You know? So it's always a constant battle with me. Everything just built up. And I mean, I had that little episode. And I mean, now it's been a couple days after all of that. And going back, watching all of my videos, this is the reason why I've been documenting the journey as well, because there's going to be moments where you fall. There's going to be moments where you have to look back at your small wins. You have to look back at where you started. Like, I'm way better now from where I started. I'm more knowledgeable. I'm in way better shape. Like, I'm smarter, I'm older. And I look back at my younger self and it's like, bro, I was doing these things still scared. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen a month from that time or like a year after that, you know? But I still did it. I was scared. I was scared of failing. I was scared of people telling me something. I was scared of what people would think about me, but I still fucking did it. I'm so far now from where I started to turn back and quit, you know? It's like I'm already here, bro. Like, the finish line, I know it's like right here. Like, I know I'm going to fucking win. But God works in mysterious ways and he really had to humble me. And everything that I've been doing these last couple months, I don't want to blame anything, but when I lost my job, it was 6 months, bro, of me just trying to find a job, stressed as fuck, not getting anything. I had this part time job where, like, it was one day yes, one day no. I was getting unemployment, but still, all of that just really, really got to me. I look at myself now in the position that I'm in, and, like, bro, the job that I have is like a safe haven, you know? It's like my safety net where it's constant, it's every day. Yes, my mind cannot comprehend, like, bro, I'm over here trading, making $1,000 in 5 minutes, and I'm getting paid less than that for 2 weeks for 80 hours of my fucking life, you know? All of those things really just contradicted myself, and, like, I couldn't look at the blessing that I have, you know? And yeah, man, like, I really know many of you guys are going through this. I'm not like these other traders where, like, I just pop out on the scene and I already know how to do this and I'm making money, you know? I'm really documenting the raw and authentic journey where, like, I'm already in my first year. I got so much more to grow. I got so much more to be. And many people, it takes them an average of like 3 to 5 years, right? So I know I'm going to have these setbacks. I know that my story is different. I know that it's not, sometimes it is luck. Sometimes it is like it just happens out of nowhere, you know? Like, there's no effort. Like, it's a success story. But sometimes, and the way that I feel like my life has always been is like I am the example of going through shit and overcoming that shit. When I was younger, like, I went through a lot of shit and I overcame that from my fucking family, like my cousins, and, like, I want to say from my family, my cousins and uncles, like, that are my same age, bro. Like, when I was younger, I was like the most, like, my parents wouldn't let me go out that much. I couldn't do many things that I wanted to do. That's why I was mainly like a sporty type of guy, and then just school and all that shit. And now, when I was as a young kid, like, I saw that shit as like, damn, like, my parents hate me, this and that. Like, my life is shit. I can never do nothing. Like, I can't have fun with my friends, with my family, whatever. And now that I look back to it, it's like I'm in a way better position than my friends, family that are my same age, but live the life that I wanted to live when I was younger. You know, I don't know if it makes sense. And now those friends, those family members that were living their life when they were younger, doing all these things, like, now it's like they're struggling. They don't know how to live the life that I'm living now. And they're coming up to me and like, bro, like, how did you do it? Like, one of my closest friends, like, he's about to have a son. I have a 4 year old now, you know? And I see the old me, the 18-year-old me that barely moved out from his parents' house, that had to figure shit out, scared, like, all over the place in them, you know, like, stressed, fucking balding and shit, gaining weight. Like, I've seen all that shit. So now when it comes to trading, like, right now, I might be in the same position that I was when I was 18 years old. I don't know if you guys are making sense. I haven't recorded in a minute, so, like, I don't have anything structured. Like, I don't script my videos, but, like, sometimes I do have, like, these bullet points where, like, I pretty much go off of that. But I don't know if you guys are catching up to what I'm trying to say. It's like, when I was younger and I first moved out, It was hectic. It was crazy. I got fat. I had stress, anxiety. I didn't know how to do many things. My cars would break down. Like I didn't know how to do nothing, bro. And now it's like I'm at a point in my life where like if I have a rainy day, like I know what the fuck to do. If I want to get an apartment or these little things when it comes to credit, taxes, and all this shit, like I know how to do it because I've been doing it for a long time, you know? Now, my peers that have been living with their parents or have been in college for the last 4 or 5 years don't know shit. And they're in the same position that I was in when I was 18 years old. So when it comes to trading, it's the same thing. Like I might be in that same position where like I don't know shit. It's fucking stressful. I want to change everything now. I want to fix these problems, but with time, everything is going to fall into place and eventually I'm going to fucking win, right? But yeah, man, like I said, accountability, discipline was non-existent in my life for the last couple weeks. And I don't want to say I got lucky when I got funded again because I'm very smart, you know, like there's no ego shit. Like I feel like I don't want to contradict myself when it comes to like saying like, oh, you don't have to have no ego or my ego was my biggest problem. But ego sometimes is your edge. And I realized and I proved to myself that when when I was trading London session and losing more than I should have, over trading pretty much, my ego kept me in check. And by New York, I waited patiently. So this was the thing. Like I was fucking up one session because in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I got the next session to make up for my mistakes, you know? And then the thing is, like, I clock out at 7 a.m. So sometimes I do stay a little bit over at work. And that was like, bro, I would literally feel a fucking rush trading, finishing my job, looking at the charts, fucking doing my job and shit. And it was like, bro, stop. I would tell myself, like, I would lose two trades back to back. And it's like, bro, stop. It's not the time. Your mind is not right. Chill the fuck out. Once you finish, and there was the thing, like, I would finish the job. I would leave work, come back home, literally sit out here on my front porch, look at the market, see an opportunity, fix the fucking mistakes. You know, it's like my ego saved me, but my ego killed me. Like thinking I'm better than everybody at work because I know about trading and I know about being an entrepreneur and seeing all these old people and especially working at Walmart, bro. Like you see people with these badges talking about 20 years, 10 years, and it's like, damn, like I'm not trying to be here forever. And that really fucked up my mental. Really just, I don't know, bro. Like I thought I was better than where I was at. And like I told you guys, it's a blessing that God gave me because I've been unemployed, bro. Since September, I've had this job. I've been unemployed since fucking March. Like, bro, you know? But yeah, man, I'm back posting content. I'm back on my shit. Like, I guess it's just a matter of, for me, to slow down. You know, like, I gotta slow down. And I have to act upon everything that comes across my mind because anxiety, stress, they just like with money, right? Like with the small trading account that you compound the wins and all that shit. Like same thing with anxiety and stress. Even though it's a small problem and you keep it there and you don't fucking fix it and you don't work on it, but you're thinking about it every single day, eventually it's gonna fucking grow and it's gonna grow and it's just gonna fucking, it's like a water bottle, bro. It's gonna get too fucking full and it's gonna fucking overflow. And you don't want that shit, you know? So for me, it's that. It's like acting upon everything that comes across my mind And I don't really know, like with the 75 hard challenge, bro, like I don't want to say like I want to scratch it off and give up on it, but realistically, like that was just something that I was doing because like I felt like I was not doing enough. I will be posting back daily, bring you guys along for the journey. I will style my videos more like I used to before, where like I'll bring you guys throughout my trading session, keeping myself accountable, just trading what I'm supposed to, doing what I'm supposed to. And honestly, bro, like it helps me even more because I got 800 of you guys keeping me accountable, keeping me in check, you know? And yeah, man, we fell down, but it don't matter because without failure, you will never grow. God's power is made stronger in your lowest moment. You become stronger by failing more. Just don't let your emotions get the best out of you. Don't let the fucking emotions, don't let your surroundings, your current situation define you. Like, it's gonna happen and it's gonna take some time, but sometimes our mind is our biggest fucking enemy, you know? I've been reading a lot of books too, and that's one thing that has kept me in check, but also it's like a lot of psychology books, and it's like, oh, I'm this, I already know this. And you know, like my ego just started to like grow, and then with the job and shit, hitting these banger of a wins and shit. And then also I mentioned on another video that there's this guy that trades at my job. I think he trades options. He's like an older guy. But man, like I was just showing him my trades. He was like, "Oh, I don't trade like that." And like his whole thing was like he's like a signal bot, bro, for like an old guy that has like a website and shit. And it was also like, "Oh, I'm better than you. Like you're older." Like you know, I was not telling him that, but I felt like that. So yeah, man, all these things. But we're gonna fix all of this shit. We're gonna fix all of this shit, and we're just gonna bounce back, bro. On some real shit, we're just gonna bounce back. It's October. I love this season where like I feel like the last couple months of the year, price action is better. In my honest opinion, price action is better. But now with like all these fucking tariff talks, trade talks, all this bullshit, like October just got fucked. Not really. There's been great opportunity, but I don't know. But these last couple months, quarter number four, like it's just the best months of my life in general. Like when I make drastic changes. Like last year, like I started around this time to record content. So this is a great season, you know, to lock in, to prepare for the next year and just get better. You know, literally it's already October. The year is about to end. And I've grown so much. My body has changed so much from where I started, and I'm proud of myself. Even though I had 6 months of setbacks, right? Losing the job, getting into debt, all that shit, but it prepared me for a rainy day in the future. You know, I overcame all of that. I'm on my I'm on my journey to becoming the best version of myself because I overcame this dark period of my life, you know? And now I have a job. It sucks saying that shit, but now I have a job that is stable. And honestly, the time that I'm working works with me, works with my schedule, like my trading, my content, my gym. Like I can go to my gym at my apartments, and it's gonna take a lot of sacrifice. I've done it before. I could do it again, but this time, like, I need to keep myself accountable each and every single day. You know, if something's working, don't fucking change it. If it's not broken, don't fucking fix it, bro. Posting every day was like the holy grail for me. It was what was keeping me accountable, keeping me in check. If I was fucking up, I was telling you guys and shit. And that's the reason why I started recording, bro. I told God that I want to help people. And this is what he gave me, you know, like record, show the process. Show people that even though you fuck up, even though you fucking lose, there's a way out. But with that being said, boys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I apologize. I sincerely apologize for not showing up, not even posting on the community, not even saying anything. But it was a fucking bump in the road, but the car's back up and running, right? Let's get to it, boys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's get it.